You know what's fascinating about narcissists? Everyone can spot them now. Red flags everywhere. Manipulation tactics all over TikTok. And yet the smartest people who've been in sales for decades, still fall for the most obvious.
Okay, look. Before Elena starts with her I told you so face,
Mark.
I know what narcissists look like. I worked for one for 2 years. Derek Castellano, Henderson Motors, 2003.
Your old boss.
The guy got promoted to sales manager through pure nepotism. His uncle played golf with the owner. One day, Derek's selling used Hondas next to me. The next day, he's my boss.
How did that go?
Derek pulls me aside and says, "Mark, you're the most talented guy on this floor. I'm going to make you a legend." Promises me the best leads, prime shifts, career advancement. Elena, I felt seen.
And then?
Then he started comparing me to other salesmen. Jake closed that deal in 20 minutes. What took you so long? Gave me the impossible leads. Customers with 500 credit scores, no down payment, upside down on their trade-ins. Then criticized me for not closing them.
But you kept trying.
Because Derek would praise the other guys publicly. "Great job, Tommy. That's how it's done." But me? Private meetings. "Mark, I expected more from you." So I worked harder.
To win back his approval.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what Derek's favorite move was? He'd schedule one-on-ones with me at 4:45 p.m., right when I'm about to close a deal. Customers ready to sign, Derek pulls me into his office for a quick chat about my performance concerns. By the time I get back, customer's gone, deal's dead. Derek shrugs and says, "Guess they weren't serious, Mark."
He sabotaged you.
Every single time. And I kept thinking, maybe if I just work harder. December 2004, I sold 47 cars, most on the floor, most Derek ever sold when he was a salesman. I won Salesman of the Year. Derek got fired 2 months later.
What did he say when he left?
He looked at me and said, "You think you're special, Mark? You needed me. You were never as good as you thought." Then he walked out. That was 20 years ago. I never heard from him again until last month. "Mark, brother, I've been thinking about you for years. I was in a dark place at Henderson. I treated you terribly. You deserved better. I've done a lot of work on myself. Therapy, accountability, growth. I'd love to make amends. Coffee?"
You said yes.
Of course I said yes. Elena, this guy told me I needed him, told me I was never as good as I thought. And now he's apologizing? I wanted to hear him say I was right.
Oh, Mark.
So we meet for coffee, and Derek shows up looking like a LinkedIn success story. Designer hoodie, the $300 kind that looks stolen from a homeless guy. Apple Watch Ultra, leather journal, Tesla in the parking lot.
What did he say?
First 20 minutes, pure praise. "Mark, you were the best salesman I ever managed. I followed your career on LinkedIn. You're doing exactly what I knew you'd do. I learned so much from watching you work." And Elena, I believed him. Because I spent 20 years waiting to hear that Derek Castellano was wrong about me.
What happened next?
Then Derek leans back, looks at me, and says, "But Mark, are you happy? I mean, you're making good money. You're comfortable. But are you fulfilled?"
And how did that feel?
Like he was reading my mind. Because no, I'm not fulfilled. I'm 44. I make $165,000. I'm stable, but Derek's got the Tesla. Derek's retired early. Derek's traveling the world. And I'm grinding. And then Derek starts name dropping. You know who's in my mastermind? Kevin Chen. Used to be VP at Oracle. Now he's running a $10 million coaching empire. Marcus Bradley, ex-NFL. Built 3 companies. Exited 2. These guys are operators, Mark, and they all said the same thing you're thinking right now. I'm successful, but I'm not free. Elena, I felt like Derek was describing my life. Like he'd been watching me for 20 years, just waiting for this moment.
Because he was.
Then Derek says, "Mark, I can only take 10 people. The waiting list is 50 deep, but I want you in it."
Why you?
He said, "Because you proved something to me in 2004. You proved you don't quit. You proved you've got what it takes. I was wrong about you, Mark, and I want to make it right." Then Derek pulls out his phone, shows me a group chat. All these guys with their wins. Just closed a $50,000 client, speaking at a conference in Dubai next month. Hit 7 figures this quarter. And Derek says, This could be you, Mark. But I need to know you're serious. Because if you're not all in, if you're going to half-ass this, I've got 50 other guys who won't. And Elena, I needed to hear that. I needed Derek Castellano, the guy who told me I was never good enough, to finally admit I was.
How much did he ask for?
$5,000 for the
Mom.
12-week intensive. But for me, because of our history, $4,000. This isn't about money, Mark. This is about showing me you're ready to level up. I paid him.
Mark.
I know! I gave Derek Castellano, the narcissist who made my life hell for 2 years, $4,000 to tell me I'm good enough. 20 years later, and I'm still trying to win his approval.
Mark. What Derek did to you isn't just manipulation. It's called the narcissistic abuse cycle, and it has 4 stages.
Is this where you tell me I'm an idiot?
Not at all. This is where I show you the pattern, so you can see it wasn't about you being stupid. It was about Derek being a professional narcissist. Stage 1. Idealization. 1. Derek becomes your boss. First thing he does? Makes you feel special, chosen, seen. You're the most talented guy on this floor. That's called love bombing. Narcissists create intense connection fast to make you dependent on their approval.
But then he...
Stage 2. Devaluation. He started comparing you to other salesmen, gave you impossible leads, criticized you privately while praising others publicly. This isn't management, Mark. This is psychological manipulation. He was training you to chase his approval.
The 47-car month.
You weren't trying to win Salesman of the Year. You were trying to win Derek's approval.
Yeah.
Stage 3. Discard. Derek gets fired. His last words? You needed me. You were never as good as you thought. He left you feeling worthless, even though you were the one who succeeded. That's the narcissist's exit strategy. They make sure you're still hooked, even after they're gone.
And 20 years later...
Stage 4. Hoover. Named after the vacuum cleaner, because narcissists suck you back in. Derek's apology wasn't about making amends. It was about regaining control.
But he said...
Mark, narcissists don't apologize to heal relationships. They apologize to reopen them. The moment you agreed to coffee, Derek ran the same pattern. Love bombing. You were the best salesman I ever managed. Devaluation. But are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Triangulation. I've got this exclusive mastermind. Everyone wants in. And the close. Show me you're serious. You didn't pay $4,000 for a course, Mark. You paid $4,000 to prove you're worthy of Derek Castellano's approval. That's called narcissistic supply. Narcissists feed on attention, admiration, control. Derek wasn't running a business, he was feeding. And you, someone he hurt 20 years ago, were the perfect meal.
So how do you deal with someone like Derek?
You stop feeding him. Let me give you the framework. Tactic 1. Recognize the pattern. If someone makes you feel amazing, then inadequate, then amazing again, that's the cycle. Normal relationships don't work like that. Tactic 2. Grey rock method. Become boring. No emotional reactions, no drama, no supply. When Derek texts you, "Hey Mark, just checking in," you respond, "Busy, talk later." That's it.
Yeah, but that feels rude.
It's not rude, it's protection. Narcissists need your energy, your attention, your emotional response. When you give them nothing, they move on to easier targets. Tactic 3. No contact. This is the hardest one, but Mark, you don't owe Derek closure. You don't owe him explanations. You stop feeding him.
So I just walk away?
You already know the answer, Mark.
Yeah, I do.
Mark, you know what's going to hit you at 2 a.m. tonight?
What?
The perfect thing you should have said to Derek.
L'esprit de l'escalier.
What?
Staircase wit. Why your brain saves the perfect comeback for when it's too late.
So, why does it do that?